gosh. Hey, Graf. Sorry, I haven't met an older one.
Guess what this guy's name is?
Moses. I do recognise your face.
Yeah?
I do. Yeah, I do. You've lived on the coast for a long time, haven't you?
30 years.
Yep. I do recognise your face. I'm Jason anyway.
Oh, yeah,
I come and say hello. I make a bit of a nuisance of
My
myself.
name's Graham.
G'day, Graham. Oh, good one. G'day, Graham. How are you? Good. Oh, do you normally come this time of the day?
We have been on Thursdays.
Oh,
yeah.
good on you. Yeah. What's
You've
my
been
latest?
working today?
I'm semi-retired, mate. No, I haven't been working, no.
Have you still got the flu out tonight?
Yeah, because did you hear what happened here the other day? Not the two Jehovah Witness ladies that got chased out of the park. Some blokes on Anzac Day, did you hear about that? No, okay. Two people were walking their dog over on the other side of the ramp. This is dead set, and just a normal bloke like you and I has come along on his bike. This is dead set, right? And he stinged his horn and they didn't move, so he ran over their little dog. He run the dog over. I was back up here and I could hear this dog, and then I've seen these people pull this bloke off his bike. Oh, it was full on, mate. You don't do that. You don't, the pedestrians have got
What, the dog died or?
No, it wasn't good. But the pedestrians have got right away.
Yeah.
Straight over this little dog. I thought, you don't look like somebody that would do that.
Yeah.
And he did.
And they pulled him off the
They
bike.
pulled him off. He come back around to give him some cheek like that was your fault, and just gone, and then he got
I mean, I used to ride my bike early morning before work up around Hobart Way, because there's a bike track around there on the western shore. And you ding the bell, and there were sometimes, because you had people out for an exercise walk. Some of them were elderly at that time of the morning. In fact, most of them were. And if they didn't hear you, well, or even if they didn't want to, heed the warning. It's not hard to just wait for a spot and ride round off the path anyway.
This guy had his mind set. If people don't move, I'm going to, But my latest one for you guys is, did you know about the two Japanese ladies in North Guatemala? Jehovah Witnesses, up in the heavy Mexican drug presence up there. One got beaten to death and stabbed to death, and the other one got stabbed, but she lived. Yeah.
That's not nice.
No, it's not good, is it? And now the Japanese consulate wants to please explain from the watchtower, why would you send people into such a dangerous area?
Where is it? In New Mexico?
Northern Guatemala.
Okay.
It's the Mexicans use it as a gateway to get their drugs out and that, but there was 27 people prior to this that were massacred just down the street from where these girls were. Oh, it's not a good place. It's not like here. No.
There's a lot of bad places over there, isn't there? You
No,
see what's happening in Venezuela?
No.
It's not a good place.
Where's that, in France?
No, sure.
No, it's South America.
What's happening in Venezuela?
Like this.
Well, the country's in
Yeah,
major
we're gonna have
financial
website
trouble.
on what's happening in
And
Venezuela.
the violence is just widespread, and people are just
Rapes, murders.
like if you're driving your car down the road and you stop at a light,
There's
blokes will get you out of the car and they'll just take the car. You'd be lucky if they don't kill you.
nothing.
Like South Africa.
It's not necessarily specific to us. It's just the whole country.
Yeah.
It's,
Like South Africa. I think those two people were getting robbed, and something's happened, or they've been followed or something. You don't know. There's so many deaths in those places. You're only presuming, aren't you? Have you seen them? Have you seen the May broadcast yet?
Is it up?
They got a new bloke. They got a new bloke. They got a new bloke. Handsome fella too, good reader. It's all about anxiety. It's all about anxiety and.
no, you're doing well. You watched it already.
Oh mate, I've watched it about 3 times.
Goodness me, you went up and up.
I'm all over you guys.
I was
I knew it came out
I was
on
going to
Tuesday,
watch
wasn't
it with my family as soon as it came up, but I didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. They've got a new bloke, and he seems like he's very, very well presented and sharp. And then they got this lady on there. They get this couple on there, and this lady suffered from anxiety, and she calls it the monster within. And she goes on a bit, and Oh, yeah, it's pretty insightful. But there's heaps more I could share, but I won't bother you. I did want to get a copy of what the Bible teaches, if I can, so that I've got fair questions when I come past, rather than just rambling. And I want to be fair. Because I see Mark, isn't it? Mark, the grey-headed guy?
Yeah, Mark.
Mark and his missus.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 other women that go to the station as well, but they swap sides. And then you get the crew down here. Yeah, I like asking questions. But there's a bit of speculation over the new headquarters in Argentina, Buenos Aires.
That's on here too.
Yeah, have you got it? There's a part of it.
Construction begins on new branch facility in Argentina.
Part of it's going to have a shopping centre. Part of it's going to have a shopping centre. Now you want to get Marnie onto this, and I think it's a great idea because it's going to bring a bit of revenue back for them. But and you wouldn't know, but how many Jehovah Witness Kingdom halls? This is just trivia for you guys because you don't get all this. You don't see all this. How many Kingdom halls in the last 4 years have been sold in New South Wales?
I don't know, but probably an increasing number.
Yeah, 430 something.
Yeah, no, they don't even have that many.
No, we don't have that many.
430 Kingdom Hall. I'll get you the article. 430 Kingdom Halls have been sold in New South Wales. The last one being New Lambton. It sold for 1.1 million, and the New Lambton congregation's been moved to Adamstown.
Yeah, that sounds
So you just
right.
can't believe
That
all.
sounds right. I know that happened. So that's
But the number of halls, I don't know that we'd have that many.
If I get you the spreadsheet,
I
I don't want to come down here and go, you know, it's just a statistic. I got the spreadsheet and everything. I know how many halls have been sold in America. There's just one just gone, a big one. The headquarters just went in. It come up this morning, a big one in the States.
See, it's part of a program of redirecting financial resources. So,
Definitely are doing
so in wealthier countries like this one, we're getting more use out of the Kingdom Hall. See, once upon a time, like when I was a kid, there'd be one congregation in the Kingdom Hall. As the years went by, maybe 2. But the thinking now is you can actually have up to 5 for the simple reason everyone can have their weekly meeting one night of the week, and that would leave actually 6 spots Saturday, Sunday for a weekend one as well. So what's happening is the resources are going into countries in South America, in Asia, in Africa.
Sell them and spend the money in Africa.
Do you know?
You can build a hall in Africa, I think, for about $3,000. So you think you sell one here?
$3,000.
You sell one here.
That's a spit in the ocean.
You sell one for 500,000, say, which they're probably worth about that. How big can you build in Africa? You know.
And it enables us to provide publications and Bibles to people who living in countries where the income is so low they could never get.
So they're not like I don't know what they're going to do on the Central Coast, for example, but there's probably 5 or 6 halls on the Central Coast. And if you had to...
hang on, there was one sold on... No, that was the New Lambton one, yeah. But,
So there's one in Kincover, isn't there? There's one in Gosford. We go to...
no, the Gosford one's the big one, isn't it? Yeah.
You've got 3 congregations at Womble.
They're pretty active out there at Terrigal, you know. They smash the skillion.
And you've got Tukley, there's 2 congregations meet there. You've got Morisset, there's 2 congregations.
Morisset's, they're up in the 7-day Venice belt up there at Morisset.
Swansea, you've got 2 congregations meet there.
Wyong, isn't it?
Well, and Wyong, you've got 2 meet there.
You mentioned Tuggerah. Are you from up there?
I was,
Long Jetty? Yeah. Now, speaking of Africa and stuff, which country puts the most traffic through in the world on jw.org and holds it the longest? Like, a lot of people in America are on there for 6 seconds or a minute. But do you know which country it is? And it's 22%.
Be maybe Kenya.
Angola is the most Because when you look up jw.org and it's all the statistics, the United States is 9%, Australia is like 3 or 1%, Angola is 22%,
Yeah.
which is pretty good, isn't it?
Is that time online?
Hits and duration online, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's a bit affected by the speed of the internet in those places too.
Yeah. Australia's not good with speed, internet speed, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, some countries in Africa now, it's,
Growth,
is it Zambia?
growth in
Where at the memorial
people
home?
becoming Jehovah's Witnesses in Africa, it's just outstrips.
Oh yeah,
the
it's
world.
smashing.
Is it
Yeah.
Zambia where half the population is at the memorial?
Yeah,
Dead
basically.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, they get, like, say, a congregation of 100 will get, like, 1,200.
Did you say 240 come 50?
Yeah, it's 40 something.
240, 50, yeah. Well, I won't bother you. Nice to meet you,
You're
Graham.
not bothering us, mate.
Oh, okay. But just, no, I don't want to overdo it. But, yeah, you'll remember me. I do like this. I'm going to go back and have a look at this, and
No
I'm
worries,
just
mate.
going to highlight stuff.
Sure.
I won't be a pest, but I might ask some questions. Is that all right?
You've seen the online study course there too, have you?
Yeah, I'm going to try that as well. Yeah, I heard about that. Because I did this with Josh and Dave. Do you know Josh and Dave from Womborough? Josh, I think he's left the country, hasn't he? Did he leave the country or go somewhere?
No, he was on a construction project.
And when you say Dave,
Dave Turner.
Dave Turner, I know
Yeah.
Dave really well.
Yeah.
He just got married.
He married that girl from Victoria, did he?
Yeah.
Did she come up here or did he go down there?
I think it's
The wedding was down there.
Yeah.
But is she going to come up here?
Yeah.
Or? This is his second innings, you know.
Yeah.
I hope it goes better for him than the last one. Gosh. Anyway, good to see you guys. Thanks for having a chat.
No worries, mate.
And
We
hopefully,
like it when people stop, Jason.
Yeah, you
Don't
really?
worry. Yeah.
yeah,
People are what make life interesting.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, before I go, one more thing. Tony Morris and the liquor incident. What's your thoughts on that?
The what?
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter then. Just before the memorial, you should know this. Tony Morris travelled 23 kilometres from the headquarters across the state line. They might be going in for bootlegging, actually. That's the latest one. Went into the, dressed up into the cut price bloody liquor shop, and you wouldn't believe it. There's an XJW there, films the poor bugger and goes up to ask him, what scotch do you think's the one to buy? He's a lovely bloke. He's a lovely bloke. And he goes, well, my wife likes Jameson's and all this other stuff. And I couldn't see anything wrong with him buying 12 bottles of whiskey himself, could you? I couldn't see a problem with that. He's such a nice bloke. Like, he's just out in the public. But the problem that he's got, where they're getting a bit shitty with him, is it was on a Sunday and they're trying to work out why he wasn't at the meeting. But what you've got to remember about Tony Morris is he's an ex-veteran. And he does have it does get to him a bit, they reckon, because of what he saw in the war and that. He never really got over it. He was a medical officer in the war. And
Yeah.
But I mean, he might have already been to a meeting. You know, some weekend meetings are for
Early?
congregations are on Saturday.
Well, he doesn't have to explain, does he?
Yeah, that's right.
He doesn't have to explain.
And if he, you
He
don't
can
know
do
whether
whatever he likes.
that's a gift. I only have a problem with it.
Well,
If he drank the whole lot.
do you know what they're
If
saying?
he drank a bottle.
Well, you know what they're saying. You might
Other
not,
than that, I think.
Graham, you might not know this, but at that time, about 2 weeks later, it was you won't get this, but it was the United Nations conference, and somebody from the governing body has to attend because they're a member of it. You don't know this. They're saying that it could have been for that. We're not sure. So, I know heaps of stuff that you don't know because you just don't go outside your platform. But it's so interesting. Like the Jehovah Witnesses are one of the most interesting religions I've ever had to study. I'm doing Christian missionary encounters with other religions at the moment. My thesis for my PhD. And you can't beat the Jehovah Witnesses. They're the most interesting religion there is. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. I love yous and leave yous. I'll
No
come
worries,
back with
mate.
some questions out of the book.
Okey-doke.
See you. Say good day to Marnie for us and that.
Will do.
And Mikey.
Yep.
See you, Grant.